There will be days when your heart and your peace beat out of sync with each other, and heaven may seem too far away for you to reach. Being stuck inside of a storm has taught me that faith is easy to misplace when you've lost everything else. One day, I saw my city gasping for air, being drowned by an adversary that they could neither fight nor control, pushing against a current that they were not yet familiar with. We witnessed the possessions of our city being swept away by the tides, years of our labor drowning underneath the tears of nature. There were dark clouds replacing our sunlight, pacing themselves around the skyline. Those clouds wept over our city streets. They swept the concrete, so the place we placed our feet was now a place not safe to breathe. It's like that water forced the air to leave when the rains came. And then our city became an Atlantis, a bayou city. And we trembled at the sight of our buildings. We sat on our porches each night, watching the waters rise into our yards. Our castles became our prisons. Those prisons became islands. Those islands swallowed up by the seas that surrounded them. And it seemed as if our city had no more faith left to hold, like that storm came in and swallowed our city whole. But then we woke up, and my city began to grab hold of itself. Out of the doors of flooded buildings were families, parents holding their children like drowning lungs, holding on to the last bit of air they had left. So people left their belongings behind because the weight of what they owned didn't measure up to the weight of what they loved. And when you looked up, all you saw were people who loved each other, some who didn't even know one another, but that didn't matter because on that day, race, religion, politics didn't exist. The only thing that existed in that moment was a heartbeat. Like, we gotta get you out of the sinking castle. Your heartbeat can build you a new house, but your heartbeat can't be replaced. So don't lace all your happiness to the bricks of a falling fortress. Cry if you must, mourn if you must. Listen, I know that storm came in and leveled our homes, disrupted our wages, and tested our very humanity. But in the end, our communities turned into families. We found God in each other's arms. We found peace in the eye of the storm. My city is strong. The hurricanes in life have taught me that the real you will show up when your life is on the line. When our city was an ocean, there were those who responded to our heartbeats. They became our lifeline. So to the responders, may your acts of valor echo themselves into looping symphonies that these heartbeats never forget. To the shelters, as you cover up the heads of the people who have no homes, may God use his wings to cover up and protect your home. And to the victims, you have not lost, you are not defeated, you are still here, still standing, still breathing. You are not beaten because your heart is still beating. This storm, like all others before it, will pass. The waters will subside. Our city will not fall. My city will live.